Hello everyone, I thought let's do a video using my Labyrinth Through Time reading system. Now this is a fabulous divination system that covers so many different areas of various divination, and it's all in one tin, which is just fabulous, and it's a screw lid so the lid doesn't pop off, so it's fantastic for storage and travel. It comes with a book with all the images and cards and things in it, but it also comes with a 45-minute demo course that you can refer back to on how to use if you don't want to sit and read a book. So what comes in the kit? You get cards. There's 25 picture cards. Where am I? And then there is 11 word cards. So, and you're taught in the course thing how to use all of these cards. So you get a mat, and it is a reversible mat. And the mat, there is this side, which is the alphabet side. It's actually Jersey. This is the alphabet and the clock side. And this side is the life wheel for general readings. It also comes with a 12-sided dice, a pendulum, and it's a beautiful amethyst pendulum. And you've got the option of whether to add charms or not. And the reason I had it optional with charms, because I know there's a lot of diviners out there who already have charms, so it doesn't matter which charms you use. But in here I've got both my set of 50 starter kit charms as well as the 50 add-ons. So there's 100 charms in that tin, and that is more than adequate amount of charms you need to use this system. So I'm going to do a mini reading, and I'm just trying to think, what can I use as a topic? I'll use a topic of, I don't know, let's say a separated couple, there's a child involved, lots of arguments around the child, of the mother has primary care and custody, father has access, visitation now and again, and she just wants him to step up and be more involved in the child's life. So the question then is, what can she do to assist this man to facilitate him stepping up and more involvement with his daughter's life? So the first thing we do with this is you would go through your charms, and you pick out just one and you place it on the center, on the key. Because the key is about the starting point or the gateway. And this is why I've called this Labyrinth Through Time, because we're starting in the center and we are working out. Where a normal labyrinth, we work on the outside going to the center. So this is just in reverse. So the mask here would tell me a couple of things. The lady herself needs to look at this man and see him in reality of exactly what it is, what he's capable of, and trying to look at things as they truly are. Often a mask means look at things in reality. So it's often, in the words of Dr. Phil, time to get real. And so that is a key componentry. So the mask is telling her, time for her to look at things openly, honestly, and time to get real. So we then use our charms and we do another scatter. And it doesn't have to be a lot. I'm only doing a short reading here. We've got the wine bottle. We've got the dog on ringer number 2. We've got the scissors here, just almost touching number 6. So the wine bottle here between the it's nearly at the number 1, it's also below the sun. The wine bottle is a positive sign, which means that things will improve over time. The numbers are often about timing, so it would tell me she might see some improvement within the next month in time. The dog here is sitting on the ring and the number 2. So it tells me again, 2 in around that 2 weeks up to 2 months time. She's got the dog, which would tell me about be loyal to herself, but be loyal to the commitment that she is wanting, which is him to be a better involved dad. So it's like maybe she does need to probably take that friendly approach to him about it, but it's commit to it. It's only maybe he needs reminding of his commitment as a dad, but it's important that she has the friendlier approach to it. The scissors is nearly touching the 6. Scissors often mean everybody thinks automatically cut, but scissors often mean time to heal the emotional pain. It's on the 6, which could tell me 6 weeks up to 6 months. There is a lot of healing to do, and it may be the healing on both sides, on her and his part as well. But in order to grow, they must heal. So that's our first scatter. I'm going to do a bigger, wider scatter again, and I'm just going around, see how we're working inside out. We've got the cross up here on the letter I. The cross is often what's difficult, yes, but cross is a whole lot more. It's often what's the soul's journey and what are your karmic lessons. The letter I here would tell me something is pivotal around someone's name with the person, place or thing and the letter I. But every letter of the alphabet also has an energy, and an I is what we classify as a number 9 energy. So it's about the carer, the humanitarian. What is it that is needs nurturing as such? And the cross there may be, yes, things are difficult between them, even though they're separated, but there's still a lot of lessons here to be learned from it. Here we've got the man's shirt, and the shirt represents the male. So again, around him, he's got it between the house and the cherries. The cherries is about the fruits of life, the great abundance that is around there, and it's touching the house, which tells me again, home and family is important to this man, and it's maybe time that he is reminded how the gift that this little girl is to him. As we go around here, we've got the ice cream cone. And we can also use these, even if they are not specifically touching anything, you can even just read the charm itself on its own. So the ice cream would tell me again some fun things, child's laughter, play, delight. So maybe he just needs to have more of the fun stuff with the child instead of being reminded of all the negatives and the separation that they are going through. Here we've got teapot and snail, and even if I block out what they're near, snail means very slow and often hidden, and teapot is communication. So it would mean slow and easy communication will slowly pull him out of his shell, literally. But it is important to keep the communication open. Again, we've got letter A and we've got letter Z. So A, someone's name, could be Alan, could be Alice. The Z could be the same thing, a person, a place, a thing. Again, energies. A is a number 1 energy, which is about stand tall in your power. Z is a number 8 energy, which is about base and structural and abundance and order and all of those good things. So it is important. I can see a lot of good stuff happening here. So this is now where we can use these cards. So we give our cards a shuffle, and we can use these on any of those other areas that we've already touched upon to ask for more information. So for instance, down here with the scissors, that is our tougher one. So if we're looking at that and say, what do we need to do to get through the healing better? I'm drawing 2. Book and ring. Book is look at the lessons that you've learnt while they were together. Now they are apart. It is lessons that they need to learn how to co-parent. The ring here is about commitment to the lessons, but commitment to the healing. So our dice, we can all look at these again as timings. It's a 12-sided dice, so it'll give us up to our 12 months. And we can look at things to say, okay, is there an optimum time perhaps that we should look at the discussions around this? Oops, I'm on off the tangent there. It's landed on the 8. Now I'm looking at this more as a short-term reading, and there I would not say leave it 8 months. I would say get stuck into things before 8 weeks is up. So it is important. Our pendulums, we use these often if we are looking at spiritual or mediumship readings, but they're also brilliant to look at the yes and no's. If you are uncertain about a particular area, you would use your pendulum as yes or no. Now, I'm wired differently, so my yeses are always anti-clockwise and my no's are clockwise. So if I look at this here and say with the scissors, what could I say? Scissors, I can say, will we both heal from this? Sorry, it's very hard to do while I've got an overhead camera. I'm trying to hold. It's not going to do it for me. So you're going to have to rely on me just doing here. I'm getting very big yeses. They will heal from this. So it's just going to take them a little bit of time. These word cards, we can then look at these about, okay, what should she do and what should she not do? So we're going to use do this and we're going to use don't do this. So just put those because they're all in pairs. So what should she do to help the situation? I'm just drawing a couple of charms. We've got dragonfly and the pipe. So the dragonfly is freedom. It's often spirits around us, but there is often about freedom. So there would tell me, look at the freedom, 2 things. While he's got access to the little girl, she does have some freedom. The pipe here would tell me, listen to the maturity and the advice from older people. So that is important that she looks at that and finds her wings. And what should she not do? Let's have a look. That's funny. We got the axe and the dinosaur. There would tell me literally do not bring up the past because it's painful. Because the axe there would tell me don't be too harsh with this guy. And the dinosaurs are about the past and lessons of the past. And there would tell me do not bring up his past failures. Do not bring up his past mistakes because it'll just cause arguments and problems there. So that's just a very little run through on how you can use Labyrinth Through Time. And it's available in my Etsy store and currently on free shipping. And free shipping is very, very good value because Australia Post, like all the other shipping companies around the world, have just skyrocketed their prices, so which is dreadful for any person who's trying to run a business these days. Thanks for listening.